Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Saturday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault at Sports Talk Matt. To follow me on Twitter at BettingPros, to follow BettingPros, BetMGM, the offer and the title sponsor of this podcast, $10, $150, automatically in your account with a new account with that promo code Juice150 when you sign up for a new account at BetMGM. And today may be a good day to do it. I've got 6 bets going today for you guys. 6. So we're going to get right to it. I told you it was going to be a little bit heavier than normal. We've gone 2-2, but a winning day because of the 1-unit play. 1-1-1, winning day because of the 1-unit play. And 1-2, down the juice, slightly losing day, but the 1-unit on the under for Dallas. Again, that Dallas under at home comes in. That has been an absolute cash cow for us here on the Daily Juice. It's been a ton of fun betting that and winning on that, consistently winning on that. That was a lot of fun. We had that. We talked a little bit about the under on Joel Embiid points yesterday on the Discord channel. Hopefully you guys grabbed onto that. He scored, 16 points on that game, so never even close to the 25.5, the number that went up. That was an automatic under play, so hopefully you guys jumped on that. So a good day overall for me, but 1-2 officially on the pod, but the 1-unit hit cashes again for us. So we've been doing well with these 1-unit bets. I'm actually not going to do that today because I've got so many things in play. I'm not going to attach a 1-unit play to any of them, but I'm going to run through the bets here. And, well, I'm not going to go as in-depth as I normally do because I don't want to be spending a ton of time on every single one of these bets, and you don't really want me to blabber on for on and on about all these bets. So let's start with the Kentucky Derby. Congratulations, happy, welcome to Derby Day, okay? Have a mint julep for me. Grab an Elijah Craig old-fashioned. I'll be doing all of this. Here are the bets, okay? So if you want to have some fun, my daughter has a bet that she has put out that she likes a lot. And it's the 2, the 10, and the 19. Sorry, 3. So the 3, the 10, and the 19. If you want to have some fun with that, 3, 10, 19. I don't know if that's going to come in, that's going to hit or not, but that's just fun. What is official, however, and again, these are not my bets, so I'm sorry if the numbers or the math is a little bit wonky. We're just going to do this for our accounting sake. This bet might wind up costing a little bit more than this, but let's just assign a quarter unit to this bet, okay? A quarter unit, it is a $2 exacta. It's the 6 horse, the 12, the 16, the 19, with the 3 and the 10, okay? So we're talking about having 6, 12, 16, or 19 to win the race, and then second place will be the 3 or the 10. Okay, that is a $2 exacta. It should be about 8 different bets if I'm doing this correctly, but I'm not always a horse bettor. So that's a bet that was given to me. I'm making it official. I am placing this wager. We hit this from the same person, a guy named Sean Alvarez, who's a great horse handicapper here in town, here in Vegas. He gave this to me yesterday on my other show, so I'm giving it to you guys because I am making it. And if you want some action on the Derby, $2 exacta, how you say it at the counter, I want a $2 exacta, a 6, 12, 16, 19 bet with 3 and 10, okay? So you're basically grabbing the 3 and the 10 to come in second place with the winning horse to be the 6, 12, 16, or 19 horse, okay? That is the first quarter unit bet for the Kentucky Derby, the only bet officially for the Kentucky Derby. For accounting sake, let's make it for a half a unit. So what are we doing with the other quarter unit, right? Got to get it to a half a unit so we can play it out. I am taking the bait. I am going to throw a Hail Mary on Michael Chandler to lose to Tony Ferguson. Big favorite. Chandler is younger. Chandler is the guy the company wants to win the fight. Michael Chandler has lost his last 2 fights, however. Michael Chandler does not like getting hit. Look, Tony Ferguson is a warrior. He's really pissed off and really mad. He's lost his last 3 fights. A lot of people are saying he's done. I don't know, man. You put the elites, the greats, backs against the wall, and they've got to prove something. I mean, for all the talk that Tony Ferguson has done this week about the company and not paying fighters what they're worth, look, the line is disrespectful, okay? He should not be a 3-1 dog. This is a much closer fight than that, in my opinion. This is a value bet. I might be dead wrong. You're going to see everyone take Chandler. I'm going to throw a quarter unit down. Nothing too serious, but at plus 300, Tony Ferguson to beat Michael Chandler. That's where the other quarter unit is going. Take Ferguson plus 300 to win against Michael Chandler. Now, the main event, I was going to bet Charles Oliveira, but this weight controversy has me totally off the fight, completely off of it. It's too crazy. The fact that Oliveira can win the fight and not keep his belt, he's already lost his belt. What does that do to a fighter psychologically? He weighed in at 155 twice before going to the main scale where he weighed in at 155 and a half. Which scale was wrong? The one he was using in the back or the one that was being used officially? It's really strange, but he missed weight. So Gaethje can win and win the belt. Oliveira cannot win the belt. So he will become the number one contender. He will then go and fight, most likely, Conor McGregor for the belt if that's how it goes down. I still like Oliveira to win the fight. I don't think it's not like a major miss on the weight cut. He's not like at 160, but he came in at 155 and a half. I don't know what to do with the fight. Weight cut misses are a big deal. We've never seen a champion miss weight and get stripped like this in the UFC, so there's no real precedent here. I lean Oliveira. Not going to bet it officially. Just don't know what to do with it. So those are the plays for the UFC. Now, other combat sports. Canelo Alvarez up against a live fighter in Bivol. Look, this dude has gone the distance. His last 6 fights, gone through decisions. This dude is going to be tough. He's a better version of Triple G. He can hit. He doesn't have great knockout power, however, though, but he's a guy who wants to stand in the pocket and exchange firefights. He wants to hit, and he's willing to be hit. Canelo tends to play with his food a little bit, okay? So if you want to lay the minus 290 on this fight to go more than 10.5 rounds, you can. You want the fight to go the distance, you can bet that too. It's minus 215. You want to bet on that. I don't see this fight ending other than potentially a knockout for Canelo in the later rounds, round 10, 11, 12, definitely possible. So what happened with Kovalev, where basically Canelo was taking a break for the first, or it's coasting for the first 5 rounds, picked it up a little bit, and then started to hurt to the body with Kovalev, and then he finally was able to hit him to the body, and it got Kovalev's attention, and when he went to do it again, Kovalev dropped the hands, Canelo came over the top, hit, knockout, bam, fight over, okay? That could happen here with this fight. But this fight is for Bivol's WBA 175-pound belt. Nothing on the line for Canelo here. If Canelo wins, however, coming up in September here in Vegas for Mexican Independence Weekend, you're going to see Canelo Triple G3. Win here is a big deal. A draw, the only way the Canelo does not win this fight is if he winds up with a draw or knocked out. I don't believe Bivol can knock out Canelo. Okay, I just don't believe it's possible. Canelo's never been knocked down in his career. I don't believe this is the guy that's going to do it with the punching power that he has. However, this is where the Triple G draw comes in. If you're going to see Canelo lose a fight on the cards, it will be ruled a draw. Canelo Alvarez is worth too much money here to Vegas. He cannot lose a decision here in Vegas. Cannot happen, okay? So plus 1,800 is a great flyer bet in my mind. Could be plus 2,000 by the time you get to the fight time. I don't mind it, not making it official, but I don't think it's a horrible bet. If Bivol's going to get to the cards and maybe win, it will be ruled a draw. However, the official play is Canelo Alvarez by decision at minus 140. It's way too juicy to bet him. You want to put him in a parlay today? Fine, you can go ahead and do that. Parlay it. Canelo is going to win the fight. Okay, so you want to go ahead and do that. Canelo will be in everyone's parlays. The books are going to be massive fans for Bivol. I just think the one thing people are going to bet, they're going to bet by knockout. They're going to bet the under. I don't know if they're going to come in and bet by decision, but it's minus 140. That's not that bad for a half a unit play. Canelo by decision over Bivol at minus 140 for a half a unit. All right, let's go to hockey before we end with basketball. The Panthers and the Washington Capitals. Look, I think we're going to see a lot of goals here in this. No. So this is, excuse me. This is going to be Colorado and Nashville. Sorry, I switched that up. I was going to bet the over 6.5, and that we're betting Colorado and the Nashville Predators. So the first game was 7-2. Second game was 2-1. think game 3 is going to more resemble game number 1. The line is 6.5 here. And look, if you shop around, you may find some better juices. But, at DraftKings right now, it's minus 6.5, minus 120 for Colorado and Nashville. Most books across the country are kind of mimicking that here, where you're going to pay a little juice to the over 6.5. But I think game 3 is going to be, like I mentioned, a resemblance of game number 1. In the regular season, 5-4, 5-4, 5-2, 6-2. Every game went over between Nashville and the Predators. And some of the games were just blowouts. 6-2 win, but then 5-2 win for the Predators at home. Preds 5-4 at home. They won both games at home. This game is at home here. I expect goals, high-flying scoring action between Colorado and Nashville. I'm going over 6.5 goals for Colorado and Nashville at minus 120 for a half a unit. Okay, let's go to the NBA playoffs. Let's start with Boston and Milwaukee. The total is 213. Milwaukee at home to the under is 23-21. Boston on the road is 22-20-1 to the over, but they're 1-5 over the last 5 games. Last 2 games, both against Milwaukee, have gone under. Milwaukee is an under machine against the Eastern Conference. 36-23 to the under. Boston is 30-28 also to the under. These teams play slow, and the books are trying to find a basement. The last 7 games for the Milwaukee Bucks have gone under, okay? 7 games. We've got a 230 under by 51 points, 225 under by 1 point, 225.5 under by 30.5 points, under 219.5 by 5.5, 217.5 under by 1.5, 218 under by 28, 216 under by 21. We're down here at 213. The books are trying to find the basement, and I don't think we're there just yet. I think this game goes under. Milwaukee and Boston under 213 for a half a unit. I do lean Boston +2. Okay, I do lean the Celtics to win game 3, but Giannis is still Giannis, so I'm not comfortable going ahead and making it official. Make it unofficial there with Boston +2, but under is official. Under 213 for Boston and Milwaukee for a half a unit. And we will end this long podcast with Memphis at Golden State. 7. This is crazy to me. It's so heavy. 225.5 for Memphis and Golden State. It's really interesting to look at this because Golden State has been such a crazy under machine, but Memphis plays so fast. I lean under in this game, okay? At home, Golden State 25-17-2 to the under. On the road, Memphis is 22-20-1 to the over. 7-3, though, over the last 10 for Golden State have gone over. 5-5 for the last 10 for Memphis have gone over. Against the Western Conference, Golden State 31-26-2 to the under. So I do lean under at 225.5, but 7 is really heavy. Okay, Memphis, in game 1 of this series, Memphis was catching 2.5 points, and they lost by 1. In game 2, they were catching 1.5, and they won by 5. They won the game. So what are we doing with a 7-point number here? This seems to be a monster overreaction. And for Golden State, they were favored by 9 at home against Denver. They won by 4. Okay. At home against Denver in the first 2 games, they were laying 6 and laying 7. They won by 16 and they won by 20. I get that. But against Memphis this year at home, Memphis is not going to walk into this building and be somewhat intimidated and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we actually have to play on the road against, against a, Golden State Warriors team that's going to just run through us, and we aren't going to be able to play the way we're normally, expecting ourselves to come out and play. They played earlier in the year, real early, on the 28th of October. Memphis went to Golden State Golden State laid 6, and they lost by 3. Memphis won the game outright going on the road to them. And then in the second game, they laid 5.5, and they won by 9. But I just think this Memphis team is live to win this game and to be right there. +7. I'm taking the dog here. Memphis and Ja +7 with their record on the road, 27-16-1 ATS for the Memphis Grizzlies. If you want to talk about a game in which I'm going to say, if I would have made it the 1-unit bet, this is the game that I would have made it the 1-unit bet. Memphis +7, 27, 16-1 ATS. Now, Golden State at home, by the way, is 25, 17-2. So they have a hell of a record too, but I'll take the dog. +7, Memphis on the road at Golden State for a half a unit. Okay? So, running through the bets real quick again. Kentucky Derby bet, $2 exacta. Take the 6 horse, 12 horse, 16 horse, and 19 horse with the 3 and the 10. Okay? For a $2 exacta for us for the Kentucky Derby. We're going Canelo by decision, -140, half a unit. Ferguson to upset Chandler, +300 for a quarter unit flyer bet based on value. Under 213, Boston and Milwaukee, half a unit at -110. Memphis +7, half a unit at -110. And over 6.5 goals for the Avalanche and the Predators at -120. No Discord bet conversation coming up here today. We'll try to bring that back probably next week when things kind of calm down a little bit. But no Discord conversation coming up here this morning for a Discord bet. I'll bring that back as soon as I can. But I've had some busy Saturday mornings. I haven't been able to do that. So crazy day. That's why I'm giving you 6 plays. So many bets, so many fun sporting events all the way from the morning early with 10 a.m. basketball, 10 a.m. hockey, 10 a.m. hockey, 10 a.m. baseball, West Coast time, 1 p.m. Eastern, all the way through midnight with combat sports, UFC 274, Canelo versus Bivol. Awesome, awesome sports day. One of the best sports days we've had in a really long time. Have fun with the Derby. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It's Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.